All right, good morning and welcome to my podcast. My name is Esiogene E. Daffy Matthew. I work with Sports Radio 80.9 Bel FM. This morning, I'm not going to focus on the European football or anything about coaches or players in Europe. I'm going to talk about my country, Nigeria, and how we're prepared for the Olympics and the things that we don't know and we pretend to know. First and foremost, I look at the people that are surrounding my sports minister, the sports minister of Nigeria, Barrister Solomon Dalong. And like he said at the beginning of his resumption of office, he said he's a novice. So I want to believe that he's very, very ignorant in a whole lot of ways. No disrespect intended by this video, but let's break some things down. The Minister of Sports requested from the federal government 500 million naira for our Olympic campaign. Now let me refresh the memory of the minister with some figures and facts so that we understand. Heading towards London 2012 that the British were hosting, and 99.9% of their athletes were going to be training at home. They were not going for overseas training. They were not traveling anywhere to train. All their preparation were done at home. They had 235 million pounds from the National Lotteries Board to add up to their money. For each gold medal that they won, the British Olympic Committee spent in the 4 years leading to the Olympics and during the Olympics, for an athlete that won gold, they invested 4.6 million pounds to get to that point. So if you add up that, you know that this country, to win an Olympic gold medal, you don't just get it by accident. You don't just get it by praying like Solomon Dalong is requesting that Nigerians should pray or put hand in their pocket and bring out apples or something. You get it by putting up a well laid down structure, calculating first. Even in the Bible, Jesus said to his disciples, say, what manner of a man will want to go to war and first not calculate his army against the opposition that is going to fight, and if he doesn't have enough, he would stop and sue for peace. What manner of man would decide to build a house without calculating the cost of building that house first, instead of starting halfway and then making an abandoned project? But then our sports minister, the novice, who is ignorant of all of this, just decided to go it his own way, fighting people, trying to set up crisis resolution. Beyond that, that is not how you win Olympic gold. We obviously are going there to do trial by error and come back and waste a little bit of money, even though the president is saying that if you don't have anything to do at the Olympics, don't go. The truth of the matter is Nigeria as a country have no business going to the Olympics. Now, there are some questions that my fellow countrymen don't ask, and that is sad. In the US and all over Europe, the National Lotteries Board, as people win lottery, they also lose a lot of money, and there is a percentage that goes to government. Look at Nigeria today. There are more sports betting companies that we know. There is the Baba Ijebus, there is the pool office, and the rest. All of these people remit a certain percentage of their money to the National Lotteries Board in Nigeria. And then we hear that we don't have money to employ coaches. We also hear that we don't have money to fund our Olympic team. We're always going to government to go request some money. My question here is, all of those money put up in the bank account of the National Lotteries Board, what are we spending them on? Who, the interest that accrued to this money in the bank, what are we using them for? Who is accountable for the money? I mean, for how many years now we've had all of this running? What have we done with the money? In times like this one, we're going for the Olympics. This is the time where somebody will come out and say, you know what? Open the account of the National Lotteries Board and give us X amount of money. And even the government will feel very, very happy, because this money, they come from private investors. Yes, all of the betting companies in Nigeria are owned by private investors, and they pay this money the way they should pay. So why are we complaining about not having money? Why is it that the minister, who is supposed to know, because this is within his purview, you're supposed to know all the assets you have. When you buy a company or you inherit a ministry, you're supposed to know their assets and their liability. Why is it that the minister does not even know that the National Sports Lottery Board have money that our Football Federation can use to pay the coaches that they want to pay, can also use, the NOC can also use from that money to prepare our athletes and all this. Now, if we have a minister who don't know this, are we not already in trouble? Are we already not wired and programmed to fail? Well, if, a man on the street like me could have this information, could know this, how come the Minister of Sports in Nigeria does not know it? And how come the people who are doing yes sir around him, Rankadedisa, surrounding him just because they want to secure their job, do not know this? And then somebody say that we want to win 5, 15 or 10 or 15 Olympic medals. Well, I think as a joker as that man is, and the fact that everybody around him seemed to just be saying you are right because they want to protect their job, I feel very, very sad and pity for this country. It's about time we set things right. It's about time we do things right. Some people should ask the right question so that we get the right result. Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Esiogene Idafe. Yes, I work with Sports Radio 88.9 Bell FM, and thank you for always viewing, liking, and following me and subscribing to my podcast. I would always want to be here to discuss topical issues with you again. Thanks.